Hey everybody, Michelle here from Gardening TLC, and I am in Inverness, Illinois, which is near Barrington, which is a suburb of Chicago. I'm at Dave and Haleema's house where we are going to take a garden tour over their property. They invited me here today. I am so excited. I've already kind of walked around. You are in for a treat. Between fountains and hidden gardens and an English garden and walking paths, oh my gosh, this is fabulous. They've been working on their garden for 9 years, and I'm telling you, they've done a fabulous job. So let's go check it out, you and me together. Let's go. I love doing these garden tours, and I hope you guys too. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you're close, I would love to start setting some up for next year. I love being inspired by going to somebody else's garden, and that's exactly what happens every time I go. From brand new gardens to the prairie gardens to somebody that just has a smaller garden and they've done everything in their garden and made it their own. Oh my gosh, everything I see, I just want to run home and incorporate pieces of it into my own garden. I know I can't do everything, but boy, is my brain churning as far as what it is that I want to go back and plan for next year. So let's go check this out. Dave and Haleema are on their way out. I cannot wait to show you this. This is Dave and Haleema. I am so excited to show you their gardens. This is really neat. All of the hidden rooms they've created. They have a little nook with an English garden in it. It's going to be fabulous. So tell me, how long have you guys been gardening in this garden to create this absolutely fabulous space that you have?
We started, I think, in 2015.
Yeah, the spring of 2015.
So,
and it continues all the way till today.
Oh, that's awesome. So during COVID, did a lot of it get done then?
We actually built some of the areas during COVID.
Okay.
Some special areas like these tee boxes, and you'll see later on were a COVID project. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I think there was a lot of projects that went on in people's gardens during COVID. Yeah. I know for me, I got a lot of things done at the garden center as far as like creating different areas there. So this has really been a labor of love for you guys because it's absolutely fabulous, the areas that you've created. And if you had to pick one area that is your absolute favorite, what is it? Oh, yeah, only
it's
one.
Hard. Different seasons, different areas, and depending on the heat and where you want to be cooler. But
so we're at the end of summer, beginning of fall. So if you had to pick that area for this time of year, what would it be?
I love to be in the English garden.
Okay, that was cool. You guys, wait till you see it.
Yeah. That's nice at cooler times of the year. It's nice all the time, but you want to be in there when it's cooler, and because you want to sit in the center with the beautiful bricks and everything. And it's nice to be there in the spring when all the roses are blooming around you.
Oh yeah.
The pots are just starting, and all the spring perennials are going. And then the woodlands behind us is just a peaceful place. When you want peace and calm, you head to the woodlands. And
there's like a little hidden room back there. It is awesome. You could like go back there. You go back there and have picnics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, let's start the tour. Let's start in the front yard and then we'll work our way to the back. And there's a lot to see, you guys, so let's do this. This is our front garden bed here. This is absolutely spectacular. It is an island in the middle of the lawn, and they've done a great job on both sides making it look good. And the centerpiece with the urn and the zinnias, oh my gosh, it's fabulous, and I love the pot. All right, so tell me about this bed and how it came to be and what your favorite things in it are.
Got it. So we did this bed. This is the last thing we did in the yard, I think, and we did it just in 2021.
We started it in the summer of 21 and finished it in 22.
And we did have help with the plantings, but the basic structure was here. So we have Weigelia, we've got some sedum, we have, on an annual basis, we have this verbena.
Look at this verbena, you guys. Isn't that great? He grew this from seed, and it's very wispy and airy and just absolutely gorgeous. I love that in there. And I love that you intermingled the sedum with the Weigelia, and they're kind of back and forth, and they weave together. That looks so good. I like the little quick fire with the alliums. Oh, I do like the baptisia. It kind of gives you that nice, pretty, glossy structure in there.
It looks beautiful in the spring.
Exactly.
With the little purple flowers coming
out. Oh,
out.
see? Look at
the bloom.
Oh, look at this.
We have some profusion zinnias here in the front.
Now, you grew those from seed too, right?
Yes, exactly.
So check out this pot. They've got a beautiful purple verbena in here, along with these yellow zinnias. I love this. And then they have a cordyline in here as their centerpiece. Those two colors together look absolutely fabulous.
We have phlox around the path, which of course flowers in the spring. It looks wonderful.
So this really is a 4-season garden.
Yeah.
It is. We threw in some more verbena here. This side kind of repeats for the most part.
I like the pine in the middle too. It gives it a place for your eye to rest.
Yes, exactly.
I love this verbena. What is this verbena again?
It's verbena Bonaro, something like that.
I'll find the name and I'll put it up on the screen.
Great.
I think I might try to grow some of this from seed. Now, did you grow direct sow in the ground or did you start little pots?
No, we started from seed in the late winter, I guess, down in the basement, and we put it out once it's big enough so the rabbits won't bother it.
Okay.
It takes a while.
Oh, I wonder if I could winter sow this one. I'll have to look it up and see, because I really like the airiness, the color. Just, it's really beautiful in here. It fits. We are going to take a look at the front garden bed now. This one was also developed, and we are slowly changing some things in this bed due to boxwood blight, right?
And as they die, we're replacing them with gembox holly, which are more hardy, and they have a similar look and feel to the boxwoods.
Okay, now what in this bed is your favorite part? I know, Haleema, you told me you have a favorite area here.
I love to sit in the courtyard area. I love the view of this front center bed, and then straight through the wetlands behind it and that open space back there.
Oh.
I just feel open, but at the same time, I feel like I'm sitting in a little garden over there. As you view the plants, you'll see.
Oh, look at I love the
Maple, overlay
pavers.
with the maple.
Look at that. That's like a bluestone.
Yeah, it's bluestone.
Okay.
And these perennials that are in here flower very early spring.
Oh, this is great. Even the different textures of the greens. And then you've got look at that beautiful Haconocloa. And then look at that lungwort. I really like that one. There's so much silver on it.
I love the contrast.
I do too. I love all the different leaves that you've chosen. And even the big leaf hydrangeas that don't have flowers on them, the contrast of the leaves still looks really nice.
Yeah, there's a little bit left on there.
That's our view. Isn't that great? It's very peaceful underneath this big, beautiful pin oak tree.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I got a Japanese maple over my shoulder right here.
You just
In
have
the
to-
perfect spot. I just want to finish off the video of the bed. This is the entrance coming up to the house. We've got some beautiful hydrangeas in here. They've got some that are like more of a muted, kind of a faded pink, but it's really pretty. It's like a pastel. And then that blends in. Those are the older ones. And then they've got newer ones. So these ones have pretty good reblooming properties.
These are endless summer.
Oh my goodness.
Summer crush or cherry crush.
Cherry crush. Well, I don't ever get flowers on endless summer. Oh,
Yeah, they take some work.
look at this, you guys. Isn't that a great combination right there? I love that. And then look at those turtle heads in there. And then they have the beautiful spiral boxwoods. And then look at the door. Oh, I love the pots flanking the door. Isn't that great? We are going to start on the side bed first. And we've got some beautiful blue spruce in here. We've got a hosta bed up here. And then we're going to kind of walk over to we call this the woodland garden, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, so take me over there. So we are getting ready to enter the woodland garden. We've got some nice raised burns in here. The shape is really good. We have a fountain we'll go take a look at. And I love the arbor. And I love that you left it plain and didn't put anything on it because it shows the beautiful structure.
Exactly. It provides a lot of contrast between the arbor and the garden itself.
Oh, this is great. All right, so I see peonies. I see more of the big leaf hydrangeas. I see roseanne geraniums. Oh my goodness, those are gorgeous along the edge here. All right, let's go through and see what we can see. And I love that we just walked through the arbor into this little wooded area. See, I love that you kind of have like a little hidden wall right here, and then you got the little orchard behind it. So those are your apple trees back there. What do you do with all your apples?
Give some away, but I love to use them for apple crisp, and I try to save them actually to get something to use them for some baking and for Thanksgiving.
Oh,
And I feel
fun.
really natural, kind of healthy apple crisp, and I'll mix them together because there's a nice combination of sweet and tart apples on these trees.
Okay, do you know what kind you have?
I know there's Honey Crisp, and I believe there's a Jonagold, and I don't remember the third.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We lost the tags, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, I have a Jonagold. Those are great apples. Look, they've got a little area over here where you can sit. Every chair that they have, I want to sit in and take in the view. Okay, so I'm going to. This is an Adirondack chair. This is one where you kind of just sit back and take it all in. Look at that fountain right there. Oh, this is gorgeous. Look at the blues over there. I love the shapes of the bed. I love that you put the pink down there because it draws my eye all the way through. This is great. Check this out.
This garden's all about calm and being peaceful.
I love that. That's got such a nice deep tone.
Yeah, like an om.
And then I love the fountain. And you've got it in a protected area where the wind doesn't always take your water.
Exactly.
That's the one bane of having a fountain. If you can't get it in a protected area, you're forever filling it up with water.
I love the hostas are on the bottom of it.
I do too. I like that there's so much monochromatic back here, where it's the same greens and the whites, but it's very peaceful. You're gonna go to the secret garden. This is so cool. I want to create this. So first, let me talk about, we've got a nice green giant arborvitae here that is creating all the walls around the area that we've created, or not we, that you have created the secret garden in. And we used cattle panels to make a tunnel into the entrance. Now we do have some larger mature trees on the outside border that create some nice shade, right?
Yes.
All right, so let's go check it out. You guys lead the way. This is so cool. All right, we've got a little, see, they use the trellis right here. And then as you swing around, here's the cattle panels. And they've grown ivy up the cattle panels.
Still filling in.
Still filling in. Oh, look this. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. So you can go that way, or you can go this way. Oh my goodness, here we go. Are you ready? Drum roll. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. Oh, how totally cool. Oh my goodness. Look at that. The little vignette where you can sit over here, the little parasols. What a great picnic area. They even staged it for us. I love this. I like the splash of yellow with the black-eyed Susans. I like the alliums. And you have some new plantings in here too, right?
Yes. This year we thought we needed a little more height in these beds, so we've added the limelight trees.
Okay, so you can see one right there. And oh, there's another one over here.
And this is just a incredible.
Oh,
Just to be different.
I love that. Look at that. Do you have birds in there?
Yes, we do.
Oh, this is so great. So they had a natural background and then they layered it down with the arborvitae to create a nicer layered background. I love this tree. I love the layering of this tree. It's so pretty. It was exactly the right one to use. All right, we are going to leave the secret garden and now we're going to kind of go on a little winding path, right?
Yes.
All right, you first.
Okay, thank you.
I'll follow you. Check this out, you guys. Isn't this cool? So this is now coming out the other side. Remember I said you could go in either direction. And now we're back in the woodland garden. So isn't that cool? I want to create a room, something fierce. And I already have a big line of arborvitae, so I'll have to think about how to make that work. I just love that little hidden room. My grandkids would think that was the cat's meow. Oh my goodness. So we are getting ready to enter another little path right here that's going to take us into another area of the garden. Now, yes, we could walk straight out into the middle of the garden, but why would you? Why wouldn't you follow this really cool path that takes you around to this back area? Oh, see, and it takes you into another garden. Now, this one does open up into the whole backyard, but I don't want to go that way. I want to go that way. So before we head in there, though, there's a little nook right here. Isn't this great? So is this a purple pillar?
Yes, it is.
So this is a purple pillar rose of Sharon. So they grow very tall and columnar, and they have an absolutely beautiful flower on them. Look at this, you guys. Isn't that great? I love that. And what it did was he created like this little screen right here. He's got a little paver platform that he put a bench on, grew some zinnias in a pot, super simple and easy. I mean, and then this is a view that you can check out the whole backyard. So let's sit in this. I'm going to sit in every chair. Everybody wave. As I sit in the chair. See, they even have a nice expansive lawn. And I really want to explore that potting thing she has over there with pots, and yeah, I'm intrigued. All right, let's go walk this path. So this is the shrubbery with some perennials, but mostly shrubs. And look, he's got beehives, you guys. I'm not going to get real close.
They give us delicious honey.
Oh, we have beehives too. They're not my hives. I have somebody who manages the hives, and then we sell the honey in the store.
Oh, nice.
But that's so cool that you have beehives. I love the Russian sage. It's very fitting right here. And the bees like Russian sage too. Look at their Vanderwolf pine. Oh my gosh, theirs is big and beautiful. I can't wait for mine to get this big. Mine is tiny. It's only like maybe 8 feet tall.
So beautiful.
Oh, I love this. And I love the underplanting of the mint. And then look, you guys, they've got the threadbare false cypress in here. And then they've got a little Kim lilac next to that. And then look, he did put a Wagilla in here. He's got all 4 colors in one bed. Blue, red, green, yellow. Love it. What's nice though is you really do have 4 seasons of color. You created spring, summer, fall, and winter interest. And even like just putting this one pillar right here breaks up the texture. I love this crushed gravel. Like your little calicarpa here. Look, you guys, it's getting ready to set a gazillion of those pink little berries.
The berries are so pretty.
And look, they have another tricolored willow here, but this one is more like a multi-trunk.
Exactly.
I love it. And then if we swing around this way, yeah, this is a sweet autumn clematis. I just planted these in a parking lot to do a living wall up a fence.
Nice. Very nice.
I like the shape of the Wagilla too. That's really nice. And see, there you go. There's a nice mature, is that a limelight?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, a limelight on a standard. And so what that means, you guys, on a standard means that they basically took the shrub and they grafted it up on a single stalk so that way it kind of looks like a lollipop tree that grows up from the ground. And as you can see, they have to cage it so that the rabbits don't eat it. That's gorgeous. And now we are going to look at the 3 islands that are placed right back here in the back. Now these islands are really structured with a lot of annuals. That verbena again, right? And then you did the zinnias. Now which zinnia is this?
These are profusion zinnias.
And you did these from seed as well.
I did.
Now you started those in trays and then transplanted them because of the rabbits?
I did. So I have to wait until they're a fairly good size before we put them out here so the rabbits don't bother them. But even then, we put fencing up around them until they grow even more.
Okay.
And then eventually take the fencing down, and the rabbits seem to leave them alone at that point.
Okay. I love the airiness of this verbena. And then look at this, you guys. Aren't those so pretty? And they're very full and consistent. They're healthy looking, and there's still tons of buds to come behind. And this will take them into fall very easily because of the color palette that you chose. I love the yellow and the purple together. Let's go take a look at the next bed. This one's got a little bit more layering in it. So you've got some spring bloomers in here. I love, they've got some dwarf Korean lilacs back here. So those are blooming in the spring. So these are the lemony lace elderberries. And then which?
These are bobo hydrangeas.
Bobos. I like bobos.
They do great in the
they're our
full
favorite.
sun.
They're a good size.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say that the bobos and well, you know me, I love little quick fires. Love those. And then you've got one you got to plant. Then we come over here. This one was daisies. So this is a mix of the zinnias, the catmint or the nepeta, and daisies. So I bet that was glorious. Probably what, 5 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Next, we're going to take this little path here that's along the side yard. This is the shade garden. I like that it's skinny and there's a path in between it. And I like that you're using different plants to hold back your wild woods on the other side. All right, we're going to walk this, you guys. Here's some more big leaf hydrangeas. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. I'm so jealous. I cannot grow big leaf hydrangeas. Now you've used Pachysandra as your ground cover.
Yes, exactly. We wanted something that was relatively low maintenance, and Pachysandra fit the bill.
Yeah, you've done a great job because you're keeping it in front and the hostas in the back instead of trying to grow them in the Pachysandra, which that can be a challenge. I like the ferns. I like the big leaf hostas that you chose. And you're just going to let those keep growing, right?
Yes, exactly.
See, and I like the color palette that you went from blue to the blue, green, yellow to the white. I think that's really pretty. I like the bench. Oh my gosh, again, it's a bench. And then you just peek through the foliage to look if you want to sit here. Oh my goodness, I love this. See, and I like the white edged hostas against the green Pachysandra. That's smart. And look, they even have sedum growing amongst the shade garden, and it's got flowers.
Yes, this is my favorite sedum. I don't know the name of it, but I love the purple in the stems here. The purple will get deeper, and the color of these flowers once they, come to maturity is so beautiful. Just to have that pop of color in here with all the green.
What's nice is there is enough sun that can come through, because if I slide my camera up, you can see there's enough canopy here that's got openings in it for the sun to peek through here. So that's probably why they're getting enough light to be productive in. Then we come down this way and we have another living wall. This one is made with viburnums. Now, our exit plant going out is a big, beautiful magnolia. And look, see, it's already set its flowers for next year. You can see that right there. Isn't that pretty? And then we swing around to our living wall, and that takes us to the rose garden. Just like everybody else out there, David and Haleema have beds in progress, and they're always changing things, developing things, and adding things. Sometimes you find things that work, and sometimes you find things that you love, and then you want to repeat it. So here they've got a new planting of alliums, and these are all splits from alliums they already had. So they are doing a lot of division to create more areas in their garden. And what's nice about doing that is when you use plants that you already have someplace else in the garden, it brings cohesion to your garden because it brings a repeated pattern of a plant throughout, which is a really good concept when you're trying to kind of tie all your gardens together. What I also like, and I saw this earlier when I came in the first time, was I love this sweet little arch that they made here with the just simple terracotta pots. You know me, I love peach, but I love the begonias, but I didn't even notice the drain. What a smart way to draw your eye away from something that you don't want to look at in the garden. On to the garden or the rose walk. So these are David Austin roses. Do you know what variety they are? But they are kind of a hot pink color. So this is an older bloom here, and you can see this is a newer bloom. These are absolutely gorgeous. Now you can tell that we've had tons and tons of rain this year because he is struggling with some leaf issues. I don't see insect damage though, and I bet these are glorious when they're all blooming. Right now they're in between their blooms because you can see that they are all budded up and ready to go again for another flush of blooms. But isn't that great how he's done this just walk of these roses? So as you can see here, we have our beautiful hedge of viburnums, and we have created this opening where we get to go into another secret room, and this is the English garden. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so cool. Oh, look at this. Oh, I love this. And it's got an outside and an inside perimeter. And I like that it kind of has a little bit of a formal feel with the right angles and the squares. I mean, from the center square with this old cobblestone brick all the way out to the boxwoods, which create a nice formal hedge. We've got the roses on the inside. We've got matching pots popped up on pedestals with the beautiful hot pink, which is the same color that's up front.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
These are the sun patience or New Guinea sun patience. And then again, we have roses that anchor on both sides and a sweet little fountain in the center, just surrounded by some light pink geraniums. Oh my gosh, this is so sweet. I love this. All right, we are getting ready to go on to what we're going to call the lower patio area. We're going to walk through this beautiful trellis. He's got clematis growing on here. This is a Jackmani, and you have one growing on each side? Yes. Okay, one growing on each side. And now that, you know, my roses have really thickened up, and I'm really scared now to put the roses on the arbor. I'm afraid it's going to enclose it so much that you won't be able to walk through it. And now I'm thinking about doing clematis because... look at that. Isn't that gorgeous?
Looks good for a couple of months.
I know. It looks, even if it doesn't have flowers on it, it's got nice looking leaves on it. Look at this. This is the land of the pots. Oh my gosh, I love this in here. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at the euphorbia in there with that black potato vine and then the light lilac.
That's impatient.
Yeah, this is a potato vine, but this is a New Guinea.
Yep.
Impatient. I love that. The geraniums in the pot. This has got to be one of my favorites again. The repeat of these two colors together, I just love it. Look at, we've got a climbing hydrangea over here. Just look at these pots. These are gorgeous. I love this.
I repeated the pot on the other side.
Look at the grouping right here. Isn't that great? And look what she used for her pedestal. It's just like a wood block, and then she built it up, but it's skinny enough that it kind of fades away into the background. That looks so cool.
Needed height over there.
Oh, look at this, you guys. Look at the gomphrena. She's got two different ones in here, a light and a dark. And look at that beautiful potato vine growing up this beautiful trellis. And you can still see the trellis. I love that. That is so pretty. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about how David takes care of these gardens, because this is a lot of garden. So talk to me about how are you keeping up on all of this, because I didn't really see a whole lot of weeds. I see things that you're cutting back. I see that you're filling in holes. I see new plantings, old plantings. How are you keeping up with this garden?
Probably the biggest help in keeping up is a patient wife.
Okay.
And after that, it's just time. And you know, it's a hobby, so it's fun for me. I like being outside.
It's a full-time hobby.
Oh, I can imagine, because you still work full-time too, right?
Well, I work part-time.
Okay.
Right. So a couple days a week. So I have plenty of time to be out here. And when I can be out here, I am out here.
You know what, guys? If you're a gardener, though, you'll find the time and figure out how to make it work for your garden. I think the smartest thing to do when you're doing gardens, though, and they are of this magnitude, is you didn't do them all at the same time. You kind of did a garden, and then another garden, and then another garden, and you learned how to take care of the garden.
Exactly.
Okay, I think that's really wise, because then you're not so overwhelmed with everything all at the same time. So do you try to zone different areas for different days, or it's just you walk the gardens and do what needs to be done?
It's probably a combination. There are certain things that have to be done in certain gardens at a certain time if you want them to look well for the season. So you kind of prioritize that way. And then after those things are done, you just kind of do whatever catches your eye, really.
Okay, I know for me, I tried zoning and it didn't work because I just get so busy. I know that I'm in my gardens all the time. I might not be doing maintenance, but I'm walking them and paying attention to what's going on so that I can mentally kind of prepare for, you know what, I need to find a couple hours to spend in the garden on Sunday or whatever. So for me, that seems to work pretty good.
Great.
David always has a to-do list going on, and he's very organized. The fertilizer will be ordered a few months ahead of time. He starts up in the winter thinking about what he wants to do, and then he does know what he's going to get out there and do in the spring right away. There's an order for certain things.
Oh, I spent all of my winter dreaming and planning and designing and figuring out what it is that I want to do the next year and all the projects, because it does take some thought to get all of the things together, because I don't think gardening is just slap something in the ground. It can be if you want more work later, but if you want to have a garden that is sustainable, that's less maintenance, and that really fits into your space, that takes some planning.
It does.
You like the planning part?
I enjoy the planning part, and I think, as you said, the winter is actually the most expensive time of the year for me, because that's when you tend to order things that you didn't have to put in the spring.
We have a budget, though.
We do have a budget.
Well, that's wise too. You got to have a budget.
Yeah, and when he gets bored, that's why he started his project with saving some money on annuals and growing them from seed.
It's fun to grow them from seed too, a little bit.
Yeah.
I prefer the winter soak, hands-off method, mostly because I get so busy in the spring. I end up killing half of my seedlings because I'm busy at the garden center, unloading trucks and setting up displays and opening product that it just gets away from me.
Yeah, you wouldn't have time.
Well, this has been absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for letting me into your garden, for letting us into the garden.
Thanks for coming out, Michelle.
Fabulous.
Thank
We're
you.
going to go have some tea and cookies now. That is a wrap for today, you guys. How many of you saw things that you want to incorporate into your own garden? I personally saw at least 7 or 8 different areas, not just little vignettes, areas that I want to create into my garden. I am so inspired. I just loved this garden. I hope you guys did too. Now, don't forget, if you have something in your garden that you absolutely love and you're proud of in the month that we're in right now, which is August, snap one picture of that in a landscape format, send it to the email right here, and we will share those during Garden Gab. Garden Gab is where we talk about all of the questions that you had from the previous 2 weeks' videos. We do them on the first and the third Saturday of the month. They're always posted in the morning on Saturdays, so send your pictures. Tell me who you are, where you live, what we're looking at, and what zone it is, because we all have things in our garden that we love, that speak to us, inspire us, and we want you to inspire us too. So that's all I've got for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.